is Alexander. Shabbat for three. Bingo!
Carter will get it for the win. Got it! He is hard to believe.
Here's Jordan.
Yes! The Magic, a 360 turn with the dribble. Magic down the middle. Gives underneath to Worthy. Slam dunk.
Third in the corner. Double fake.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We are back here at Dime Dropper for a surprise emergency episode, free agency news. I am joined by my man, OthaGreat, from the High Off the Glass podcast that you guys have seen plenty of times here on these lives. Oh, how we doing?
We're good, repping the greatest, Mr. Muhammad Ali today. Just wanted to put that out there. Doing good. Can you hear me, Dime? Do I sound good?
Sound fantastic. And if he is ready, we are also joined. I don't think he's ready just yet, but we will be joined by FabianPerspecTV, who you guys might recognize from the first time we talked about this news, the Kevin Durant news. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe on YouTube at Dime Dropper Podcast. Follow us on Apple Podcasts. Leave a review if you would like. And, of course, Spotify. This episode will be on the audio version, so if you're listening in the audio version, shout out to you. I'm sorry I haven't been producing as much lately. Obviously, if you guys have followed me on social media and different outlets, you'll see that I've been really busy. I am the new host of Locked On Clippers, so make sure, Dime Dropper fam, you guys all go subscribe to the Locked On Clippers YouTube channel, especially if you're a Clipper fan. If you're not and you just support my content, just do me a favor and subscribe. But if you're a Clipper fan, you better subscribe. And obviously, it does not affect Dime Dropper. I'm still going to be going live after most games. Laker games for sure, but it may be less post-game lives for Lakers with my locked-on commitment. That's 5 days a week during the season.
Whoa. Why do you have to cover the fakers at all? What are you talking about?
That was my choice that I made when I started this channel. And then because I watch their games. I've always grown up watching their games, so I might as well talk about them. It's a huge fan base. And then my Clipper versions will be raw right after the game on Dime Dropper, which will be me cussing me. And they're going to be more ridiculous this year because on Locked On, it's a more specific format, more professional. I can't cuss and stuff. So I'm going to just go all out this year. So be ready for that. And then I'll be doing the Locked On version right after for the morning. But for tonight's episode, we're talking free agency. Kevin Durant is staying in Brooklyn.
Dime, before you jump into that, just hope you see that poster up there. Because when y'all play us, it's going to be beat LA just like usual. We're going to beat the brakes off y'all. But anyway.
Clippers? Yeah. Okay, we'll see about that. But joining us also from New York City.
With your late ass.
Man,
with your late ass.
FabianPerspecTV on a potato right now. What's going on?
Come on, man.
Yo, you can hear me?
Be on time, my dude. Be on time. Jeez.
So first of all, we got a bunch of shows going on here. Yo, can you hear me?
We can hear you fine.
Sound good.
Great.
Hold on. I'm going to put it way louder. Because we got to go talk over OthaGreat because he's going to talk over me. But I got a crazy microphone. What's going on, man?
I don't think I'm loud today. Am I too loud today?
No, you sound perfect. Yeah,
I sound perfect?
Yeah.
That'll work.
So
I'm sure was complaining
let's get right into it, guys. Last time we talked, Kevin Durant requested a trade. We thought it was because Kyrie Irving.
Scary.
We thought it was because Kyrie Irving wanted a max deal. The Nets wouldn't give it to him unless he played a certain amount of games in the clause, like 65 games or something. Kyrie wasn't down for that. And he was basically saying, it seemed like he was saying, I don't want to play for the Nets anymore. But it was actually KD's trade request right after Kyrie Irving opted in that we were shocked by. We didn't know what his thought process was. We thought it was because he was mad that they didn't give Kyrie an extension.
I disagree. Dime, I disagree. I'm going to disagree off. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm going to disagree off the flip. We did not know because Kevin Durant is so fucking sketchy. It's such a goddamn weirdo. We were just all speculating. We had no idea. Like, we would think that Kyrie wanted out, but he opted into that $36 million because he's not stupid, like you said. But then KD said he wanted to go. One of the things that we thought was maybe it's because Brooklyn want to give Kyrie a long-term deal, but we had no idea. I kind of thought it was that pathetic showing that they had in the playoffs against my boys. I mean, they get swept in the first round, which was excellent. That's what I knew. I didn't think they would get swept, but I knew they were going to lose in the first round. It was a myriad of different things because Kevin Durant is a fucking enigma. He's a basketball enigma.
So what did you think though when he first requested it? Obviously, we have the receipts from our own video, but what did you actually think his reasoning was? Clearly, though, when he said a couple weeks later that he gave them that ultimatum, fire Nash and Marks, it was clearly because he was upset with the management, you know, which makes me believe that it's because he wanted to play with Kyrie long term and didn't give him the max. Fabian, what's your take on it before we get into the news from today?
You just asked me a question, but you're going okay.
Oh, my bad. Okay, go back to O.
I'll just say it real quick before because I want Fab to jump in. Fab's got a great he's got a great answer, but I just want to say this. This is my theory. I think he was embarrassed because how shitty they played in the playoffs, how weak that fucking team that he built, that him and his boy Kyrie built, it looked pathetic. It was worthless, and he wanted to leave, and he was embarrassed. I think that's why he wanted to get out of there.
And Golden State winning a championship didn't make it any better.
Well, Golden State didn't win it. Yeah, that's true. And Golden State winning the championship didn't make it no better. Oh, Perspective TV Part 2. What up, bro?
That's the main man, All Ball.
Come on, man.
But y'all do what up, All Ball? Y'all do All Ball just had a crazy question on Twitter the other day. What was that? It's Harden. My man asked is Harden top 5. Fuck out of here.
It's Harden top 5. He said you had a crazy question. It's Harden top 5.
Hey, look,
All Ball joining us via microphone.
Now, we might can name 8 or 9 better than.
Yeah,
9. Stop being so generous.
Yeah,
but I can't get nothing you say.
right.
Apologies to the Spotify.
It's over. You already did.
Hey, hold on. I just want to say, what's up to y'all brothers?
What up, brother?
Listen, y'all dudes is legends. We don't look at age. I look up to y'all brothers. Y'all was doing this before me. I appreciate y'all, and please keep up the good work and any help we can never do. Once again, we just had my guy Jiggy Josh on just to give y'all heads up. He played against Dame Lillard in college, and he played with Jay Crowder in college. Yo, man.
Yo, I'm gonna start tapping in with All Ball, man. I want to see what y'all brothers talking about, man. We got yeah.
Go to him, Dom. Hey, listen, man. We was there for all. Dom, I'm gonna get out of here because I don't want to take over.
Nah.
But like I said, also last week we had Steve Burt and Gary Springer.
Who them kids?
Now listen, Gary Springer and Steve Burt was in the '84 draft with Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Listen, Gary Springer's son right now plays for the 76ers.
Oh shit. Okay.
They played in Iona. Remember, Steve Burt is the leading scorer in Iona college history in points.
Oh, okay.
His son is second. Doc Rivers and Gary Springer was All-Americans together.
Hold on, real quick. The question is though.
Now hold on. Hey, Dom, you listening?
I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm checking in with All Ball.
Steve Burt played against Michael Jordan. He guarded Magic Johnson, and he played against Isaiah Thomas.
God, man, come on. Come on.
He played with Golden State, 30th pick in the '84 draft. We also had Nicky McCrimmon on here, 2-time WNBA champion.
For your LA Sparks time,
LA Sparks.
Oh.
We also had Chuck Bryan on here, West Virginia, St. Raymond's. Up until maybe recently was he led had the most points in St. Raymond's basketball history.
Oh, y'all be getting straight players.
With the West Virginia, made a Final Four, Big East champion.
That's what's up.
So, if you're listening,
tell the people where they can find All Ball. Where can we find All Ball?
Sakai Ziegler.
Tennessee point guard.
Tennessee point guard. We have Sakai Ziegler. All Ball _1977. That's the Instagram. All Ball with Uncle Weiss. That's another Instagram. And on YouTube is All Ball with Uncle Weiss. That's the podcast.
All Ball with Uncle Rice. There
everybody.
Uncle Ice.
Uncle Ice baby. Uncle Ice.
There it is. On Tuesdays at 6:00, we go live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube live.
Every day? Every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday at 6:00.
That's dope. That's fucking dope. I'm gonna tap in.
Everybody, if you're still listening, make sure to tap in with All Ball.
The question is, what do you think about Kevin Durant? Dom, ask him. What do you think about Kevin Durant? Why did he do what he did?
Let me just finish my All Ball shout out. Everybody got to follow All Ball on Instagram. He's hilarious, top quality content, and he's bringing in some OGs. So come in for the stories. Uncle Ice is hilarious. You guys got to get on there. All Ball 1977. He asked great questions with great engagement. It's only for grown men, though. No boys allowed. Okay, no foul.
Tell him.
No foul.
That's right. And we asked the questions people were scared to ask. We ain't scared of nothing over here. It's all love. And remember, we bringing the corner in the barbershop talk to the internet. We ain't sugarcoating nothing. We don't edit nothing. We ain't putting on makeup. We sweating on here. We don't get. Listen, we don't care about having haircuts and being fresh. We love the game. And you know what? Our experience, we played it. We was there. I was 12, 13 going to Ruck. I seen Master Raw play. I seen God Bless Lee Green. I seen Red Autry. I seen them guys live up front.
Rucker legends. Wow.
I was there when Ayon Marbury played together. I was there. Hold on. I was there when Skipper Malou got his name. 15 years old. He was playing for his coach Cardoza in Rucker. He didn't like how he was being coached. He quit that team, came with another team, and got the name Skipper Malou. I was there when Bone Collector got his name.
Oh,
man, one.
Hey, man. Come on.
Bro, you ain't got to tell your basketball bona fides to me. I already know what time it is, homie. I fuck with hardball. I fuck with Perspective TV. I know what it is.
Listen, and I'm going to leave after this. I'm going to answer the question, then I'm going to go. Fat Joe, Tri-State, was sitting next to us arguing. Listen, Fat Joe, every game for 2 summers, only sat next to us to argue about basketball. These is facts.
Fuck you.
He will come by himself. Whoever sit next to us, yo, y'all got to move. I got to sit next to them.
Yeah.
And we would argue all day. But now, Kevin, let me tell y'all something with Kevin Durant.
Joey know about that shit, too. He got a team every year. Shit.
What I think about what Kevin Durant did, he tried to, all right, I'm going to be honest. He tried to take an easy way out. He didn't like how he got swept. He didn't like what was going on, and he didn't want to toughen it out. He tried to take the back door out. And for once, an NBA owner, general manager stood up to the player and said, no. Hey, man, Shaq said it. You build a house, you live in it.
Word. Talk about it, bro. Talk about it all.
And I'm a big Kevin Durant fan, but he almost lost. He's losing me.
He ain't lost you already? You still fuck with that clown?
No, he might have
mess with that clown.
No, he might. Hey, listen, go on my Instagram page. You'll see the 4-minute thing I spoke about with him. It's deep.
You know how to do it.
You also see him playing air guitar and singing Snoop Dogg.
Come on, man. Hey, he tried to take the back door out.
He did.
So, do you guys think that he was just bluffing to try to put some pressure on the organization, or do you think he was really 1 foot out and just saw they were not going to give up him for? I'm sorry, the teams weren't going to give up the whole load for him. You know this.
He wasn't. Listen, he wasn't bluffing. Listen, he wasn't bluffing. You see the teams he wanted to go to. He wanted to play with Chris Paul, but Phoenix.
I agree.
But Phoenix did the right thing, because you know what owners and coaches is doing? They're going, okay, let's say we give up the house for him, right? What if he comes here and don't like it? And then he's going to want to get traded here? No. He wanted to go to Miami. Pat Riley ain't going for that. Now the 3rd and 4th and 5th option, Boston, now all these other teams come, Memphis. Let's cut the jokes. Toughen up, get some of this. That's why he's not better than Larry Bird.
Dime Dropper fam is
a lot of people.
I don't think anybody
oh my God.
Right, wow, watch your mouth. Is it?
I'd be shocked if people that listen to Dime Dropper think Kevin Durant's better than Larry Bird after what I say about him. It's not even about Kevin Durant.
It's so many people. I just got to say this. There's so many people between him and Legend. I don't even want to go there. But this is one thing I want to say. Dude played himself in that Boston bullshit. Just to let y'all know, that was misinformation by fucking Brooklyn. That was misinformation. Let's put out some bullshit. Let's fuck up the team that kicked our ass and that's owned us for the last 10 years since we gave them goddamn all the picks for KG and Pierce. Let's throw out some misinformation. That was bullshit. Just letting y'all know that. Just fuck all that. That was bullshit.
Now listen, I'm gonna go
and all them Celtic fans that fell for it and fell for that shit and wanted KD over Jay Brown, kiss my black ass. Y'all stupid as fuck.
Listen, I love you already. Listen, I'm gonna follow you.
God.
Hey Dom, I'm gonna give it back to Fabian because this is his time. All ball. I appreciate y'all. Hey man, anytime y'all need anything, look at me. I don't do none of this for no money. I don't care about none of that. I love it. Anytime y'all need anything from me and I can physically do it, it's not a problem.
Yo,
please let me know.
I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna let you know right now, All Ball. I want you on my show. I do Sundays 2 to 3 Central Standard Time. So for you, that'd be 3 to 4. You know what I'm saying? East Coast time. I want you on my show. I can have all of y'all on. We could do all this shit internet. I want you. I want Fabian. I want Dime. That's it.
Hey.
And I want you. So I want a solo one with you too, so I can get your origin story with you in this game.
Oh, that's what I'm. Hey, All Ball _1977. Please follow me. DM me so I can follow you. Know it's you and set it up, and I'm there anytime.
I think you already follow me. I got you on Twitter. We're gonna do this.
Okay. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, Dom. Salute you. Hey, Dom. Salute you, my brother. We looking up to you. I love what you're doing, man. Keep it up.
Making it happen.
Yes, sir. You too, my guy.
Hey, man. Legendary. Hey, man. Y'all brothers have a good night.
You too. That's All Ball. Make sure you follow him. By the way, guys, I just wanted to say too to the podcast listeners,
my nigga.
Unfortunately, I think my audio podcasts are going to be a little bit more hectic this year in the sense that they'll be a little less structured and more just catered to the live, because the structured version I'm going to do it for Locked On Clippers. So if it's a post game for Clippers, I will it could be anybody could come in here. A fan could join me. I'm just going to make sure that I try my best to paint the picture of who's commenting on the live for the audio people, because I still want to give you guys a concise podcast to listen to in the morning or whenever you listen. But I also want to make it a little bit more free flowing, because that's going to be the beauty of doing two different podcasts talking about the same game. It's like, what do I talk about? I guess the format will be different. Is me just going to be bullshitting and just giving my raw emotions and, of course, analysis. And then for Locked On, a little bit more. All right, I watched the post-game interviews. I'm a little bit more. I've got my emotions out on Dime Dropper.
That's good. The locked in going to be the Bob Costas.
Let's go back to it, though, Fabian, with KD and Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant, it looked like a couple of weeks they were trying different offers, or going, Toronto, Boston, we heard about Phoenix, Miami, and every single one, it was just they have to give up everything for KD. We even heard Philadelphia, they didn't want to give up Maxey. People just didn't want to throw their whole team away for KD. As All Ball said, they don't know if he's even going to be satisfied there. So is this just all the credit to the Nets organization for staying put and KD just saying, shit, I guess I'm out of luck?
Yeah. You gotta credit Sean Marks for once. Joe Tsai, I was so shocked because this guy has a tech background. He's from, he came up with Alibaba. I was shocked that it took him this long to step to Kevin Durant and just put him in his place. And no disrespect, you signed the contract at the end of the day.
4 years left on it.
It doesn't matter how much time is left on it. You signed that contract. So he was extorting them. We talked about this last time. It's a straight extortion. LeBron doesn't really extort you that way. He'll extort you with the 1+1 deal or whatever it is. Kyrie did something foul to Boston. He did the same thing in Cleveland. Yeah, but AD did it in New Orleans. Like, we've seen trade demands before, but this was outrageous because once again, you got smacked up by Boston. That was awful. It was just awful timing to do all this. And I didn't like Patrick Beverley the way he came out. I thought Patrick Beverley was soft for that. Like, he said something about the KD thing. He said something about the KD thing. And KD responds and he goes, I didn't even want to talk about you, fam. It's like, you mentioned Kevin Durant. But within that, he's saying something. Yo, you should have kept that private. That's how grown men handle their business. And Kevin Durant is just acting like a big baby. Like, I called Durant and Kyrie Irving the crybaby brothers.
You did.
They're acting like babies. And I just thought it was an extortion play to get Kyrie his deal. That's it. That's the bottom line. He speculated the first time, it's either that or he doesn't want to play with Kyrie. It's one of the two. And
he's not going to get the extension this offseason, you think, is he, Kyrie Irving? They're going to wait till next season because isn't that the whole point, that the Nets stood their ground?
No. The way Sean Marks said, we're going to continue this partnership. That means they spoke on it. Those are the words that Kyrie Irving uses. Once again, I think Kyrie Irving is the leader of the team. He's the leader of these shenanigans. Just for him saying that, like, you got to make him say this is a partnership. This is not a partnership. Joe Tsai owns that team. You partnered up for a deal. All right, cool. You want to be a third-party independent person? All right, you can act like it is, but that's not how the rules go. I just don't think it's taking a step back. When the CBA, remember, the CBA rules, CBA negotiations are coming up. The TV deals are coming up. No one is talking about that. These TV deals are going to include Amazon, Google, Facebook, all the big tech companies. And Joe Tsai knows this.
I don't like
more
that.
than anyone.
I don't like that.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna love it. You're not gonna love it when you see how fucked up your TV viewing habits are gonna be.
No,
this is the official.
What are you thinking? Oh,
well, I'm thinking. Look at it now. Look at baseball. Look how baseball is. I can't. You know how hard it is to watch an out of market baseball game right now. I live in St. Louis. I got the hottest team in baseball, the St. Louis Cardinals. It's hard for us to see local games. Now, we got a local channel to watch them on, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes that shit may be blocked out because it's a national game and it's on ESPN or it's on MLB Network or it's on whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And then now with with the NFL, they got Amazon Prime coming in. So now you got to have Amazon Prime to watch Thursday night games. You can't just watch NFL Network or ABC like you was before. Like this shit, this streaming service is getting in on live sports. It's gonna fuck the game up. It's not a good thing.
That's what I didn't think about that because when the Mets play on Apple TV, I was like, I can't watch the game. I'm not just gonna download this and subscribe to it just because they're on there now. I'm not doing that. You're right.
Straight up. I got an extended sports package on my DirecTV, and I got Yes Network. I got the Comcast Boston where the Celtics play, so I can see home Celtic games when I got a league pass, and so I could watch some Yankee games. I get no Yankee games, and I have Yes Network. I got to pay a separate fee just to get Yankee games. It's bullshit.
So you can watch all the Nets games on Yes.
No, I can't. I can only watch the Nets games if I got League Pass. League Pass.
What Yes Network you got?
The Yes Network is the same network, but I don't get the live games unless I pay separately for the live games, and that's it. I just get the other programming that they have on there.
Carson, those illegal sports stream sites, you need the ultimate backdoor IP so you can stream in real time quickly. So we've been on these illegal stream. Really? Send me the site, please, offline.
Yeah, no, we will.
Send it to me too.
There's always sites that let you. You just got to block up pop-up ads that come up. But
there is. But
I do that.
It takes 30 seconds. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, let's go back to the situation. Yeah. Kevin Durant. So a couple of weeks went by. People were even saying that they're going to hold him out, try to do the Ben Simmons thing where the season starts and he's just, sitting there. And people were like, KD's not going to do that. He's not built like that to sit out. And it looks like they were kind of right. They came to an agreement, and this is the official statement released by the Nets today. The following statement has been released by General Manager Sean Marks. Steve Nash and I, mind you, Steve Nash and Sean Marks are the ones that we heard that KD wanted out or else he's leaving. Steve Nash and I, together with Joe Tsai and Clara Wu Tsai, met with Kevin Durant and Rich Kleiman in Los Angeles yesterday. We have agreed to move forward with our partnership. We are focusing on basketball with one collective goal in mind: build a lasting franchise to bring a championship to Brooklyn with the Nets logo and the boardroom logo together. Thoughts on that, gentlemen? OthaGreat?
Well, I think that it was pretty much, where else you gonna go? Where else you gonna go? What else you gonna do? Do you want it? You want to go down in this trade wherever we send you because you only want to go to Phoenix and Miami? That's kind of convenient. You want to go to the two best teams.
They said Boston. They said Boston towards the end was a potential.
Yeah. But before, the only two teams he wanted was Phoenix, Miami, teams that he automatically could go win at because they were in the fucking conference finals.
We were also hearing he's made up with James Harden now. He's open for Philadelphia. I mean,
oh my god, so Boston comes in late in Philly. It was so fun. He's partying with Harden in the somewhere during this offseason, they had some party together. Or working out together. I don't get it. These new cats are weird, but
it's a soap opera, man. This whole situation has been a soap opera from the beginning. It's just comedy. I always say it's WWE telenovela stuff in the NBA these days, and that's what it is with this whole shenanigans.
That's exactly what it's been. But just the thing that's just so comical about all this is just I knew they were going to come back together because. Fabian said it earlier. Joe Tsai finally stood his ground. To me, he didn't really have to stand his ground. He just told him what was up. Look, nobody can give us. Look, we can't even get Bam in the deal for you because of that. What was it? That one rule, the rookie exception.
Yeah.
Someone who signs a rookie extension cannot be traded for somebody else. So he couldn't even be put in the deal. What is it? That was the best piece they had. Phoenix really has nobody to trade.
They couldn't trade Devin Booker, and they weren't going to do that.
You know what I'm saying? And they reluctantly signed Ayton. They could have put Ayton in the deal, but they didn't do that. They already burnt bridges with him. He just stayed because they gave him the money. I'd rather see him in Indy because I think Ayton is going to be nice. But to me, what do you want to do, Katie? You want us to trade you for Babbage? You know what I'm saying? You're a superstar. You want you to get traded for trash. So he realized there was nowhere for him to go. It was nothing for them to do. What's the only thing you can do? Stay where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Both of them realize that. But it's just, to me, it's just so sad that we had to have this telenovela, soap opera, fucking All My Children bullshit for the last few weeks, man, with this shit, last few months. Yeah, like, it's just sad, dude. And like, yeah. To me, I never took the Boston shit serious. Because there's no way in hell that the same team who did this before with trading IT for Kyrie, and look how that shit worked out in the karma for us. Look how that shit went. Why would they do that same dumb shit again? Like, I just knew it wasn't gonna happen. So that's how I looked at that.
The only thing I could think of that what good came out of this is what the other teams are willing to put up. Now we see a new market in there because, the Donovan Mitchell thing. I switched sides with the Donovan Mitchell thing, if you ever noticed. Shout out to Said on Twitter and Mess. They made me realize, like, I had to go watch Donovan Mitchell highlights and tape again to see what he brings to the table. But besides that, you saw the market being set with Rudy Gobert.
Don't just talk about it or tease us. How'd you flip on Donovan? Now you don't want Donovan with New York?
No, I didn't want him initially.
Oh, you tripping? No, I thought you did.
Because it was the backcourt. They're both 6'1". There's no real defense being played, and I was really worried about that. I know people made a lot about the hype, but it wasn't just that. It was I'm big on Jericho Sims. I'd rather have big bodies around him. This guy's going to be...
Who the fuck?
You say that now.
Jared, is he from the Bible? Who the hell is that?
You're going to say that when
my man said, I'm big on Jericho Sims. Like, people outside of Tri-State knew who the fuck that is. What?
Yo.
Bro, what are you talking about?
What mark is this? What 20s, the 27, 26 mark. I can't wait to cut this up. And in December, and we're going to rewind it and post it.
Yes,
fucking Jericho Sims. Post it all over the Twitter and everything.
Who is that dude?
Anyway, I'm big on him, right? So
okay.
I want the kids to play ball, and Donovan Mitchell is young. So all those draft picks, he's not a top 10 guy, but at the same time, we need, like you're saying, going back to your point, who the hell in the Knicks can do what Donovan Mitchell can do? Nobody. Right. Nobody. So we need that guy here. He makes the game easier too.
He's a star. He's a bona fide star.
And he wants to be here. Kevin Durant doesn't want to be here, apparently. What he was saying. That was part of the problem. Another thing was, but going back to my point, the market was being set with the trade with Rudy Gobert. How many draft picks was that? 5 or 6 from Minnesota?
5 draft picks. Wasn't it 5 first-round picks?
Age got off again. Danny got off again.
And they're asking for 5 or 6. They're going to ask for more because Mitchell's better than Gobert. And he's more impactful in this day and age, especially in this day and age. So we saw that, and now we see Kevin Durant. What did they offer him? The farm? The Nets were only accepting the farm. So in between that, these general managers, they got a lot of information, and that's the only thing good I can see coming out of this for the Nets and other general managers. Aside from that, it was just a bozo move. It just was. He had his back against the wall. It doesn't do anything for he's watching us. He's reacting to us. He's reading our tweets and everything. What does he really gain from this? What sort of motivation do you get from this? You as a person, not you, him. But we hear all the stories. Like Kyrie Irving, what really motivates you in life? Like at a certain point, we're watching your story, bro. What are you talking about? Nothing about this is forget manly. It's not inspirational. I don't want to root for you now. That's no good.
Go ahead, Dime. One thing that I tell you, he's played himself in the eyes of a lot of folks. But Fabian, one thing that you said last time we talked, and I'm so glad that Dime y'all came up with doing this today, and I appreciate you brothers including me in this. What you said when we talked before a couple months ago about KD won now, it is ringing in my head over and over again, bro, for the last 2 weeks, and I don't know why. What you said was, when we talked, you kept crushing him for leaving Golden State. You kept crushing him for leaving Golden State. He shouldn't have left Golden State. He shouldn't have left Golden State. He had it perfect there. He shouldn't have left Golden State. One thing I've been wanting to tell you for the last 2 weeks, I am so glad it did not work out. Like, that shit was so unfair. You have the best player in the league going on the best team. If that shit would have worked out, bro, nobody would be contending for anything. It'd be Golden State, Golden fucking State. It'd be like, bro, it'd be almost like the goddamn, Golden State be the Celtics of the 60s. Like, it'd be unstoppable. Nobody would be able to do shit. Like, it'd be a transformer team in LA with the Fakers, with Bron and AD and Bradley Beal and goddamn Jimmy Butler trying to beat that Golden State team. Like, it'd be some crazy shit that would have to beat that Golden State team. I thank God he left and he didn't respect them championships.
You just came to that conclusion?
No, but Fabian was harping on he shouldn't have left like last time, and I don't know why me drive around that thought. His him saying that has been playing in my mind.
Well, I think he was looking at it from KD's perspective, what he would have done if he was KD, right? In Golden State,
right?
But
just glad he left.
But to be honest, we say that, but that's all theoretical. Look at the injuries that they had to overcome. They still had to you still have to play the game. Like, as much as we talk about the Bulls in the 90s, they still had to trade for Dennis Rodman. They had to trade for Ron Harper. These are key players, and the Golden State Warriors are built for the time. But if Kevin Durant stays, that means Boston still keeps Kyrie. What are we talking about right now?
No, it don't, because Kyrie wanted to leave. And Kyrie,
where's he going?
Who knows? He's a loose cannon. That dude is retarded. So ain't no telling where he's going. Shit. Yeah.
Use that word.
I'm sorry. He's mentally unfit. I mean,
I'm just saying, theoretically, if we're playing that game, Kevin Durant doesn't talk to Kyrie. He just says, "Yo, I ain't leaving."
They was already talking. They was already boys. Hell, maybe he couldn't bring him to Golden State. But all I know is barring health, that Golden State team nobody would beat them. It would be unfair.
I agree with that.
Wait, I don't know.
It was unfair.
LeBron going to the Lakers getting AD. That changes everything. That's a different kind of defense. We can't just say that they're going to win. Kawhi, when he was on the Spurs, nobody expected the Spurs to be in contention against Golden State and put them in their place. Houston was really close. So we had a lot of teams that were good. Now
Houston wasn't close to the shit. Come on, that's not. That Houston team won shit.
They ended up in first place. I mean, Daryl Morey's a bit of an
idiot.
King Charles, don't worry about that, King Charles. But I'm just saying, for his sake,
couldn't even make the conference finals.
They got swept out the first round. He did not expect to get swept out the first round by any team at this late in his career. Yeah. He's still playing this well. Yeah. So if you're Kevin Durant, he regrets leaving Golden State. Let them do the work. Knock it off.
He probably does, but I'm so glad he did.
It's really interesting with Kevin because, as you said, I mean, I'm going to try to keep it nice, but I think it was a ridiculous move. He just looked whiny all summer with this move. He chose to join the team with Sean Marks as the general manager. He approved the Nash move. He's boys with Nash. So what does that do for their relationship? Him basically calling them out like that? Like, I wonder what was said in this meeting today. I would give anything to be a fly on the wall, but it's just unbelievable. I don't think he bluffed. I think at first we were thinking maybe he's bluffing like Kobe. Well, I don't know. I don't think Kobe was bluffing, but he was just trying to put pressure on them to do something. But the thing is, it's not about doing something to bring in better players for him. He has the team he wants, I guess, with Kyrie and Ben Simmons. He just, I don't know, lost faith in the management because they didn't give Kyrie an extension. That's the only thing I can think of that pissed him off.
Listen to what you just said. My man just said.
Because Kobe was different. He wanted a second star. He has Ben Simmons and Kyrie, two guys who have been stars. Even though they're loose cannons, he signed off on both these moves.
Even though Kobe didn't make Shaq work out either. Like, we overlooked this. Like,
what do you mean? Shaq is a problem he's putting toilet.
Yes.
Kobe wanted to leave LA too.
1,000%, yes, and he was willing
He
to
just
leave
wanted
LA.
a star worse than
leave.
him.
I understand that, but that's still he's a star that was willing to. Michael Jordan reportedly said, "I'll go to the Knicks."
But you think that was all leverage?
Of course, but this was leverage to get Kyrie Irving because remember, how does Kevin Durant look if he's saying I got a 4-year deal and you're not signing my boy for another 3 or 4 years? We came here together. That's what it was. Now, as far as being,
which is still think that.
Yeah, well, I'm
still don't know.
It's the only thing that I can possibly. It's the most logical thing. This is
what
what happens when
sense.
Kyrie. But Kyrie is also.
But are they gonna resign?
Corey might be right.
To a new contract.
Corey
Kyrie
might be right.
Yeah, that's KP.
I'm asking you, Fabian. Do you think they're gonna resign Kyrie Irving?
That's KP. What up, KP?
You think they're gonna resign him to a new contract before the season starts, or just let him play it out this year with the 34, whatever he's getting paid, 35 million or whatever, 38 million,
36 million.
36 million
for Kyrie.
Yeah.
36
for Kyrie.
Something like that.
Something that Dime just said is hilarious to me. My man said, "I wonder why KD wasn't happy because he had a team with Kyrie and Ben Simmons on it." Like
he chose them though.
Exactly. He made this bed. Like, guess what? Lie in it. You made it, so you have to lie in it. But again, hindsight is 20/20. He wants to win. That is a shitty team, and he built it.
Disagree. Let's be real. This team is going to be good. I think this was the best move for Kevin Durant for his legacy personally, and for people to respect him, his game more, and because he's got a good team. And remember, they added Royce O'Neal and TJ Warren. TJ Warren can give you 15 points off the bench, and now Royce O'Neal's a good 3-and-D guy. The wings that they lacked against you guys, that's 2 wings right there. One of them that defends at a decent level. I mean,
Royce O'Neal and who else?
And you got Ben Simmons, who's one of the best defenders in the league when he's healthy.
Ben Simmons is a non-factor. I'm gonna tell you right now. I bet you $100 that fool. I bet you $100 that fool does not play another NBA minute. I'm telling you, that dude is a bum. He is done. He is mentally frail and weak. He is not going to play in this league again. And if he does, he will not play at the level he was at. I don't know why y'all keep talking about some Ben Simmons. Please. Ben Simmons.
Wait.
So we're gonna have two big.
Yeah, but how we're gonna say Ben Simmons is an all-world defender?
He was. I don't think he has it. I don't think he reminds me. Y'all a little young, but Fabian, y'all may remember this. It was St. Louis Cardinals had a pitcher early 2000s when Albert Pujols first got here, and he was kicking ass, and we had a young pitcher.
I know exactly who he is. He used to. Rick Ankiel.
There it is. Rick Ankiel, young dude, could throw the fucking lights out, could pitch his ass off,
and he could hit.
And he could hit. Like, dude was cold-blooded. But guess what, Dime? I don't know what it is. See what my man was just pointing at? He had a head problem. My man in the middle of big and towards the end of big games or in the middle of big games would nut up and just start throwing the ball wherever the hell. Like wild pitches, like crazy, nothing under control. Nobody could understand it. It was a mental thing. That's the most recent dude that I can think of. I swear to goodness, I think it's going to be Ben Simmons. Same thing. And if it's not that with Ben, he's going to be a lesser player because all you have to do is get in his head and say some shit from that person on the court and let him hear it. It's something that sinks in. He will not be in this game. My man was at the cup, y'all, and could have laid it up and said, "Oh shit," and threw it out to the 3-point line. He was at the cup.
A less talented person. I mean, I'm sorry. Even more talented person in their heyday who could have changed the game and probably did since high school. Chris Webber. We saw that timeout. We saw that timeout affect him from college to the league. And trust me, Dime, you'll see he's part of this whole age of power forwards that started shooting more from the outside. But when you watch him, Rashid, and especially Kevin Garnett, and Tim Duncan did it from time to time, they were really settling a lot. They really weren't the Dirk Nowitzki. They really weren't the Embiids of today.
Well, Dirk settled a lot too, though, fam. Come on.
He did, but we would have rather Dirk could do whatever he wants. It was proven that he was that kind of shooter. Kevin Garnett was not that kind of shooter. Chris Webber certainly was not that kind of shooter. But the point is, that's the guy that comes up who was on the superstar level, banging models. Tyra Banks, he was banging. Hold
up, but C. Webb never had no thing like Rick Ankiel. And he damn sure ain't have something with like the last time we saw Ben Simmons. The last time we saw Ben Simmons on the basketball court, Chris Webber never played like that or looked like that ever in his career.
I think he did. I think he did. He passed
in '93 against Tar Heels. What you talking about?
No, but that's where it stems from. That's what I'm saying.
It does stem from that, but I've never seen him just have a mental meltdown.
Just like, okay, I have a thing. Me and Dom always talk about it. There's a thing about super athletes in the half court set. When they settle, it's for a reason. And Chris Webber had all the talent in the world. I couldn't think of why. LeBron, first half of his career. Look at Julius Randle. Look at Russell Westbrook. When they get stifled in the half court, you can see it. They get emotional. Chris Webber was super emotional. Same thing with Ben Simmons. Super athlete, half court set. He gets stifled. Super emotional. And like you're saying, once the defense, it's too easy to guard you. And you can get in your head. Oh, forget about it. Because that's the one thing people don't talk about. I'm pretty sure on that basketball court, they're trying to use emotional extortion and say he has problems. And he did have issues with his family, but I don't want to get into that. But Ben Simmons does have, it's documented now. Things that went on with his family. All right, cool, bro.
I ain't know nothing about nothing with his family. Dime, did you know that? I never heard anything about
it. I'll send it to you. It's kind of crazy. But there's a guy named Royce White, if I'm not mistaken, was drafted by the Rockets.
Drafted by the Rockets. Same deal. Even worse, though. Way worse. My man could not fly on plays.
That's what I was thinking. I was going to say
but it's not
he
true.
Couldn't fly. He couldn't make it to practice.
That's not what he was saying. That he had. All he did was talk about.
It's not funny, Dime. It's serious. He was on Real Sports with my man Brian Gumbo talking about it.
How can you not make it to practice though? Isn't that local?
Real talk. Right. He had a thing like his type of anxiety that he was dealing with. It was like Monk level, like Monk from the TV show, where like if something was wrong in the house, then he would have to redo the whole freaking house. It would miss practice. Like that's how.
He has a recent interview on Patrick Bet-David podcast channel.
Dime want to laugh so bad. That's messed up.
Dime is bugging. But he has a recent interview and he goes over all this. Right. He talks about this, how now you can bring it up. Now Kevin Love, and it's people actually choose the side of the player. But this is 2012, 2013. He spoke on it. I remember him being on the Bill Simmons podcast. He was interviewed by Brian Gumbo, like you said. But he spoke on all these things. Bill Simmons?
Bill Simmons is trash. He's racist as shit. I don't fuck with him. But you're right. Go ahead.
Listen. So basically, guys,
white boss don't.
With KD,
I keep it real. I don't give a fuck where you from.
I like Bill Simmons. Bill Simmons is a legend.
Bill Simmons is a bitch. If you listen to him for real, that dude's racist. There's a reason why Magic didn't want to do ESPN no more because of that motherfucker.
No, that's not true. That
is true. That's 100% true. It's the reason why Wilbaum and Magic ain't want to do the finals because of that. Sorry, motherfucker. Look at Bill Simmons' staff. Bill Simmons is racist as hell. Trust me. I grew up with cats like him. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dime.
No, so I was gonna say. So Kevin Durant, overall the way I see it is he just looked ridiculous this summer. He wanted out because his boy didn't get what he wanted. Kyrie in the end said, you know what, I'm going to play. Shams initially tweeted that, and we didn't really believe it when he first said it, that he's down to play this 1 year.
Shout out to Shams. I love him.
As time went on, we were thinking, man, I guess Kyrie does want to stay for the year, and we'll see what he does next year. If he doesn't get an extension, we'll see what he does next year. Could easily go to the Lakers, also with Russell Westbrook's contract expiring. But this, the Lakers were big losers in this too because they were really banking on this Kyrie Westbrook situation or getting Kyrie Irving. And now with Kevin Durant staying, that gives the Nets the best chance to win the championship. And it's a great look for the Nets organization. Today, the Nets organization won big because had they had Kyrie and KD leave, their whole championship vision would have crumbled. And after the whole, as you said earlier in the pod, trading for Pierce and Garnett, it just would have made them look like a joke organization to me. Like
they already are.
Attempts for a title have just been a joke. But now that they've kept Kevin Durant, Kyrie, hopefully for their sake, Ben Simmons plays even close to the all-star level that we once saw him. Plus, you're getting Joe Harris back. TJ Warren's coming in. Royce O'Neal's coming in. Certain guys like Seth Curry, Patty Mills will have lesser roles and be coming off the bench. Like Seth Curry was starting those playoff games with Kyrie. It was too small in the backcourt. I think it's gonna be good, and I think this was a great look for the Nets organization. So shout out to Sean Marks and Joe Tsai. Do they continue with Nash? That's a big question. But let me get your guys' take though. Joe Tsai and Sean Marks, big winners here.
Go ahead, Fabian.
Big winners is
Well, there was a whole divide between
Say word.
Nets fans that were pro KD and Kyrie side saying the management is screwing up our team, and then there's guys that are saying KD's walking out on us when the management has done what they want.
As a fan, you have to. They set the tone finally, because now, if you can say this to Kevin Durant, it's public. You finally, step to him. You finally stood up to him and Kyrie Irving. So now, whoever comes in here next, they're not going to play around. And they've already showed you that they're not going to play around. Hopefully, it's a learning experience for Sean Marks. I think we've all had him at least top 10 general managers before this experience. I think Sean Marks has built at least the first half of general managers, the top 15.
You ain't lying, because that team they had before KD and Kyrie was nice. That was a dope-ass little team.
And
so, shout out to Karis LeVert.
So maybe he got his swagger back. The only thing is, going back to what you said, Dom, I don't want to change the subject, but once there's too many question marks behind the team, I ain't putting no money on them. You got to rely on Kevin Durant staying healthy, by the way. Has not been played over 70 games.
And Kyrie Irving staying healthy and Ben Simmons taking the court. I mean, there's still a lot of question marks for sure.
3 players. How many games they played in total last year? Kevin Durant missed damn near a quarter of the games last year.
I thought he played like 50 games last year.
50?
Yeah.
A quarter of the games he missed last year.
Around.
Games. So, again, and he's older. This is really his last chance. If he's fully healthy and he can play 60 games in the full playoff, this is his last chance at being this good, in my opinion. Kyrie Irving, what was that? Kyrie Irving, and he all right, and he's unhealthy as well. And who knows what's gonna? He's one bird over the cuckoo's nest with this guy. But once there's that many question marks with your superstars, I'm not. And look, has anyone else gotten better? Has Philly gotten better? Has Toronto gotten better? You don't think so? You don't think Boston got better?
I think Toronto with
Boston, we did.
Boston did. Toronto with their young development will get better, but nothing drastic. And then Cleveland, the same thing. No major ones to me that I can think of off the top of my head. But I think the Nets got a lot better with this. Like with if Ben Simmons and those guys play, I think they'll be a lot better. Corey Patrick or our boy KP in the YouTube comments is saying the winners today are the league owners and GMs. And I want to make a point in this player empowerment or star empowerment era. You see the players getting what they want. You think of Harden in both situations with Houston and Brooklyn. He went where he wanted. He was under a contract and he got traded where he wanted. The fact that the Nets organization held out and now the fans are going to be the most satisfied of anything. The Nets fans, they're getting these guys back. If I'm a Nets fan and I said bad things about Marks and Sai, you got to apologize. And you got to be, and if you were pro them, good for you because they did their thing and now the Nets got their boys back. So,
do you think that Josiah and Sean Marks, did they win out today?
Man, I'll be honest with you, man. I never like to be pro management in no way, shape, or form. Like I'm in the union right now.
Exactly.
I'm a union household. My lady, she's in the union. You know what I'm saying? So this is a union household. I'm for labor, always. You know what I mean? I'm for labor. But these crybaby cats that they got going here in the NBA, they, to your point earlier, Fabian, like you said, bro, the CBA, the collective bargaining agreement is
the next one's gonna be crazy. The next one's gonna be
crazy. Year is gonna be stupid crazy. You know what I mean? So like these cats are just laying the playbook out for what you need, what the owners are gonna ask for, governors or whatever Draymond wants us to call them. You know what I'm saying? They're laying the playbook out of what the owners are gonna ask for. They're going to push back on guaranteed contracts, but that's not going away. I hope the players can hold on to that. And it's just all these little luxuries. It's always something like you work at a place for so long, right? And you wonder why, like, hey, how come we can't do such and such anymore? Because such and such messed it up. You know what I'm saying? Because this one person will mess it up for everybody. And these 3 people, Ben Simmons, KD, Kyrie, Jamie Harden, these fucking crybaby ass. Yeah, Jamie. That's his Jamie. Goddamn me. His name is Jamie. He cry like he acts like a bitch. I don't understand it. I don't like it. So to me, I must say I have to be pro management in this one. I think Josiah and Marks, they did win. I'll be honest with you, man. If Marks was, you ain't even got to get this man true serum. If you was just to ask him a straight up question, Sean, would you rather go back to the Kenny Atkinson team? I bet you money he would say yes. Like, because he built that.
You got a better chance to win a championship with this team.
That Kenny Atkinson team was dope, bro. I'm talking about with my man Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, who else? Joe Harris, when Joe Harris was still good. D'Angelo Russell. Like,
these are good. These are good vibes, but they're not championship contenders.
That's.
He was nice.
I think that's Sean Marks. If he would have looked back and regret anything, it's trading Harden for Jared Allen. Jared Allen for Harden.
That I agree with that.
I think that's his biggest regret.
Huge if they had Jared Allen
because he makes up for so much, and especially in this era, it would have been nice to see him. I have a question for you, a simple question. Kevin Durant, what would have happened if you stood your ground at the beginning of the summer and you said, you know what? I wash my hands. Yo, GM, do your job and go negotiate with Kyrie however you want. You want to go trade him, you do what you want. That's my man, but check this out. It is what it is, bro. We tried, and we got to get the best. We got to do what's best over here. Because I'm trying to win a championship, and I don't know what you're doing. Would we have more respect for Kevin Durant?
Yes, sir. I would have 1,000% respected that. I would have loved KD. That would have brought me all the way back on the KD train. I still love his mother because his mother dark and fine. But I would be all the way down with KD again if he did that shit, because that would have been some man shit to do, because you built that shitty ass bed with all the roaches in it. So now you're trying to get some, you're trying to throw out them sheets because they full of roaches and bad players, and you're trying to fix it. But he ain't want to fix it. He just wanted to leave that little shitty bed right there with all the roaches and maggots and shit in it. I wouldn't have,
because
some Clorox and Tide with your nasty ass. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't have gained more respect for him, because if he needed to say something about Kyrie, should have said it in the season when he was not playing games, because it was obvious to me that was going to cost him the championship, and it did. It had long-term implications. I'm not saying they would have won it if he had not, but that was a huge distraction from day one. The reason why Harden got frustrated in the first place. So he didn't hold him accountable then. He's like, oh, hopefully Kyrie's going to make his own decision when he comes back. I still have confidence you can do this. That's not how basketball works. That's not how winning championships works. You need camaraderie throughout the season. You need rhythm. But anyway, that's all I got for this. We can go on about the prediction for the Nets, but I think we should wait till we get closer to the season.
No, I really want to hear y'all, because y'all talking about how good this Brooklyn team is.
I need to wait to hear a little more, man. We need to wait to hear a little more. I think this is their team, but it's a little early for me to. I don't have I can't tell you where they're going to finish. I got to look at the East. They're going to make, to me, if they can stay even close to healthy, they can make the playoff spots, the 1 to 6. Where they finished in that, not 1. I'd say anywhere between 2 through 6.
Top 3 teams right now when the season starts.
In the East?
Okay. Top 3 teams.
No order. Boston and Milwaukee are the obvious. And then I'm just going to go with Miami, because they made it 1 game away from the finals.
That's it. Okay.
You guys? And we'll close it out after that. Fabian?
I kind of want to pick some.
I think Boston, Milwaukee, this kid's coming back. Middleton's coming back. I think they should have made a move or two. I wouldn't be surprised if they go after Derrick Rose or something like that.
Ooh, y'all ain't keeping Derrick Rose?
I mean, we probably are, especially if I don't know. I don't know, but
wow.
I've been saying this since last year. I've been saying this since last year. I know he's a Thibodeau guy, but why wouldn't a contender go after him? Especially a Milwaukee that's missing.
You ain't that kind of thing. Like, I would love to. I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt your point, but I would love to see D Rose in his stuff on like a winning team, on a contending team, because it's gonna be a wild course for y'all. But man, it would be dope.
It would be awesome. But obviously, it's Milwaukee.
Yeah. No, it's all you.
Just Milwaukee, Boston. And I'm trying to think if there's someone I'm not thinking about who was unhealthy, but Boston and Milwaukee played such a great series, and it really boiled down to mistakes by Marcus Smart. And Boston had a couple of lapses. I think Boston should have won in 5 games, but that was without Middleton. So I think those are the top 2 teams. The Nets can sneak in there, healthy. And
talking about top 3, bro. Top 3, just 3 teams. It's not.
You ain't got the Nets up there.
He's obviously not got the Nets up there. He doesn't think Ben Simmons is going to play another game.
Yeah. No.
So
I say Philly, Boston, Milwaukee.
Philly over the Miami Heat?
Yeah.
What changes?
Embiid.
Because they got beat up pretty. Oh, okay.
They made no changes.
Remember, this is the first full season with Harden in Philly. You know, he's getting
this is Maxi's third season.
Oh yeah, and he's gotten better every year. But you can say the same about Tyler Hero, right?
No, I cannot. I think Tyler Hero's a little overrated right now. Like he's enough of the show.
He's a little overrated.
Yeah, right about that. He's showing.
But can Bam Adebayo take that next step is the biggest thing for the Heat. That's the key to them being a championship team.
Bam reminds me a lot of Kenyon Martin on offense. Like for some reason, when it's
better handle though. When you say like points,
way better handle.
Yes,
Kenyon Martin used to kill like the small forward.
Oh man, I forgot about Corey. Forwards. My bad. I forgot about what KP said. DeAnthony Melton and PJ Tucker on the Sixers. Those are good moves for sure.
I don't care for PJ Tucker, but there's a toughness to it. I think he's going to bring an accountability factor. And I'm not too familiar with Melton. How is Melton?
He can shoot the ball. He was on Memphis. He can shoot the ball and he can play make a little bit in pick and roll.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So, but I like again the question mark is Embiid's health and his stamina. Like this guy always falters in the playoff for some reason.
Yeah, we're talking about regular season though.
Milwaukee, Boston, and Philly.
All right, let's close it out. Oh, the great. Let them know where they can find you.
Yo, I want to get my three real quick before I do that. Yeah, you good. I'm trying to pick because I kind of, I got
Boston, Milwaukee. I feel like are given.
Yeah, that's a given. I want to talk up my C's, you know what I'm saying? But we got time for that. We got plenty of shows, and this season is coming up. Dude, I'm so ready for this fucking NBA season to come. Bruh, I'm ready for this NBA season. I'm ready for the NBA more than I am NFL. But what is it? NBA, Boston, Milwaukee, of course. I'm trying to think Toronto maybe or somebody else ahead of Miami. But, yeah, I guess it's just Miami. That's third best team.
Let them know where they can find you, boys.
Yo, this is OthaGreat. You can find me at OTHA Great. That's me on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. That's my favorite one. I'm on there the most. Same name, OthaGreat, OTHA Great on Facebook. IG, it is IG, it is High Off the Glass. Also on Facebook, High Off the Glass. You see over here in the corner. See how I say High Off the Glass right there? High Off the THA Glass. You can find me there on IG as well. And yeah, hit me up. We do a live show Sundays from 2 to 3 Central Standard Time. You go to My City, My Music, go to our My City, My Music YouTube channel, and High Off the Glass will be right there. We do a live show. Come check us out. You can call in as well. So yeah, 555.
Make sure you follow, bro. Fabian?
Forget the number.
FabianPerspecTV. That's on Instagram. I think it's Fabian_perspective on Instagram. Twitter's at Fabian Perspective. YouTube, Fabian Perspective Clips channel. Put it in perspective. Follow me. Follow All Balls. Subscribe to his channel. We're doing big things. Of course, subscribe to Dime Dropper if you happen to hop into my channel. Follow OthaGreat. This guy will get you high off the glass through the fucking Mac computer, through your phone, wherever you at. And of course, shout out to you, Dime, for putting this together. That was great time and great thinking. OthaGreat, thanks for being available as well. We always have a good time. And to the moon.
Yes, sir. Make sure you guys check out. If you want the links to their channels and their Twitters, they're all in the description. I already put them in the description. For the next episode of Dime Dropper, it could be anything. I have a sit down with Jerry West I'm yet to post. I also have my episode with my
Wait, slow down.
I didn't talk to him, but he was talking to us. So it was like I was a part of a sit down. So
sit down with the logo?
Talking about the Clippers. Yeah, I'm gonna post that. It's like 10, 12 minutes. And then I have upcoming episodes coming up. One with one of my mentors, youth sports coach Steve Morris. I have been holding on to that for like a while. It's a good episode on youth sports and one of the problems with injuries that we've had in recent times. And then I have another episode coming up as I close out my timeline of the 70-71 season. One more Dime Machine video and a Dime Machine episode that FabianPerspecTV is featured in about the greatest rivalry you have never hear about. I'm teasing that one. We're gonna see that soon. Thanks everybody. Make sure you guys leave a comment and a like on the video, and make sure you subscribe to Locked On Clippers YouTube channel because I'm gonna be posting podcasts on there 3 times a week. Peace out, everybody. Have a great night.